ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। अपार करुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानधं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखर गुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्। यत्कृपालेशमात्रेण पुमान् पूर्णः प्रजायते तं वन्दे ब्रह्मविद्धुर्यं सद्गुरुं चन्द्रशेखरम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। सूत्रार्थो वर्ण्यते यत्र वाक्यैः सूत्रानुकारिभिः
सूत्रार्थो वर्ण्यते यत्र वाक्यैः सूत्रानुकारिभिः
स्वपदानि च वर्ण्यन्ते भाष्यं भाष्यविदो विदुः।
स्वपदानि च वर्ण्यन्ते भाष्यं भाष्यविदो विदुः।
ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि
आप्यायन्तु
वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्।
सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्।
माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम्
माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम्
मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्। अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु।
अनिराकरणमस्तु
अनिराकरणमस्तु
अनिराकरणम्
अस्तु
अस्तु
तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु
तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु
उपनिषत्सु
धर्मास्ते
धर्मास्ते
मयि
मयि
सन्तो
सन्तु ते मयि
मयि
सन्तु
सन्तो
ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः
ॐ
शान्तिः
शान्ति
शान्तिः
शान्ति
शान्तिः
शान्तिः
अविज्ञातं विजानताम् इति अवधृतम्
अविज्ञातं
अविज्ञातं
विजानतामिति
विजानताम् इति
अवधृतम्
अवधृतम्
यदि ब्रह्म अत्यन्तमेव अविज्ञातम्
यदि
यदि
ब्रह्म
ब्रह्म अत्यन्तमेव
अत्यन्तमेव अविज्ञातम्
अविज्ञातम्
लौकिकानां ब्रह्मविदां च अविशेषः प्राप्तः
लौकिकानां
लौकिकानां
ब्रह्मविदां च
ब्रह्मविदां च
अविशेषः
अविशेषः
प्राप्तः
प्राप्तः
अविज्ञातं विजानताम् इति च परस्परविरुद्धम्
अविज्ञातं
अविज्ञातं
विजानतामिति
विजानताम्
च
इति च परस्परविरुद्धम्
परस्परविरुद्धम्
कथं तु तद्ब्रह्म सम्यक् विदितं भवति इति
कथं तु
कथं तु
तद्ब्रह्म
तद्ब्रह्म
सम्यक्
सम्यक्
विदितं
विदितं
भवति
भवति
इति
एवम् अर्थम् आह
एवम्
एवम्
अर्थम्
अर्थम्
आह
आह
प्रतिबोधविदितं मतम् अमृतत्वं हि विन्दते
प्रतिबोधविदितं
बोधविदितं
मतम्
मतम्
अमृतत्वं
अमृतत्वं
हि
हि
विन्दते
विन्दते
आत्मना विन्दते वीर्यं विद्यया विन्दते मृतम्
आत्मना
आत्मना
विन्दते
विन्दते
वीर्यं
वीर्यं
विद्यया
विद्यया
विन्दते
विन्दते
मृतम्
अमृतम्
पूर्वं व्याख्यातः एव पूर्वं दृष्टवन्तः अविज्ञातं विजानताम् इति अवधृतं श्रुत्या अवधृतम् अविज्ञातं विजानताम् विज्ञातम् अविजानताम् इति यदि ब्रह्म अविज्ञातं भवति अत्यन्तं तर्हि लौकिकानां तथा ब्रह्मविदां च अविशेषः अभेदः प्राप्तः if Brahma is absolutely not known, then there will be no difference between the knowledgeable and the unknowledgeable. Lokikanam, Ajnaninam, Brahmavidam, Jnaninam, Jnaninam, Ajnaninam, Madhya, Abhedaha, Praptaha, non-difference. Yadi Brahma Atyanta Avijñatam Bhavati, because Shruti says Avijñatam Vijanatam iti Avadrita. And also, Avijñatam Vijanatam iti Paraspara Viruddham. For the one who do not know, Brahma is not known for the one. For them it is known, Paraspara Viruddham. Therefore, to clarify this Shruti itself, Katam Tad Brahma Samyagitam Bhavati iti Evamartham, for that purpose, Evamartham Tadartham, Evamartham Tadartham. For the purpose of clarifying this seeming contradiction, the Shruti itself says, Aha, Pratibodha Viditam, Patam Amrtatvam hi Vindate, Atmana Vindate Vidyam Vidyaya. Katam Brahmanaha अवेद्यस्य ब्रह्मणः कथं भानं ज्ञानं भवति इति अस्मिन् मन्त्रे उक्तः प्रतिबोधविदितं बोधपदम् इति बुद्धिवृत्तिपरं बोधपदम् बोधं प्रति विदितं सर्वबुद्धिवृत्तिसाक्षित्वेन अवगतं ब्रह्म मतं ज्ञातं भवति बोधं प्रति विदितं दृघाटु बोध इस् सर्वबुद्धिवृत्तिसाक्षित्वेन अवगतं भवति as a sakshi of all the vrittis, sarva buddhi vritti sakshitvena. as a Sakshi of Vritti, which is Vritti of the Buddhis, Vidya of the Buddhi. Brahma is a Sakshi of the Vritti of the Buddhis, of the Buddhi. Buddhi is Sarvesham, of all. Brahma Jnatam Bhavati. It is Brahma Kadapi Vishem Na Bhavati. Kimapi Pramanehi Vishayikaranam Brahmanaha Vishayikaranam Na Sambhavati. Even Shastram also. Shastram also cannot objectify Brahma. That is not the purpose of Shastram. Shastram has scope only in removing the ajnanam pertaining to Brahma, not objectifying Brahma. So Brahma is always unobjectifiable. Kadapi karmana bhavati Brahma. Therefore, sarva buddhi vritti, as the sakshi, as a witness of the vritti which occur in the buddhi, Brahma jnatam bhavati. Sarva buddhi sakshitvena Brahma avagatam bhavati jnatam bhavati. He iti, yasmat, Brahma jnanat kim palam bhavati moksham vindate lavate. Atmajnanena amritatva labha. Therefore, Atmajnanena amritatva labha. Atmana vindate viryam vidya vindate vratam. Atmana samahita manasa antakkaranena samahita buddhya viryam. Viryam is the ability to understand the teaching of the Guru. Guru Upadishta Vidyarupam Samarthyam. Samarthyam. Avidya Nivritti Karanam Vindate. Tikakara says, Ukta Brahma Jnanat Amrtatvam. That is, Ukta Brahma Jnanat Viryam Vindate. Viryam is Samarthyam. Amrtatvam, the next quarter. That Viryam is Guru Upadishta Brahma Vidya Rupam Samarthyam Avidya Nivritti Karanam. The capacity to remove the avidya nivritti karanam, the cause, the hetu for, it becomes a reason, it becomes a cause for the removal of the avidya. What the Guru Upadishta Vidya Rupam. The knowledge imparted by the Guru, that has the capacity to remove the avidya, that gains the capacity to remove the avidya. That capacity is gained by the antakkarana which is prepared. Therefore, samagita manasa, samagita chetasa, by the mind which is well equipped, well qualified, vindate lavate, viryam lavate. Viryam is capacity to understand, to grasp, to assimilate the teaching of the teacher. The teaching is Brahma Vidya, and that Vidya removes ajnanam, ajnana nivritti karanam bhavati, Vidya jnanam bhavati. Not for all the minds, only for the mind which is just gained the capacity to remove the avidya, replace avidya by vidya. That antakkaranam, manas atmana, by that antakkaranam, viryam vindate, labate. Then vidyaya vindate amritam, Guru Upadishta jnanena, amritam, janma marana ragitam, sarva adhisthana atmanam, vindate labate. Vindate labate, nitya labdasya atmanaha labaha. Nitya labdasya atmanaha labaha. Atma which is Nitya labdaha. Already achieved, already gained, already accomplished. So labdasya labdaha. Praptasya praptihi. It is not something which is not gained is gained. It is like kantastha mani prapti, but aupacharika prapti. Vindate, that labaha, labate is aupacharika prapti. Aupacharika labaha. Natu, natu nutana vastu labaha. Not something which new is gained. It is like kantastha mani prapti, but the money, the necklace is there right on your neck. You are not aware of it, therefore you look for it all around. Then you realize it. It is right there on your neck. Or we can take the example of the 10th man. 10th man is already achieved, already accomplished. Accomplishing the already accomplished. That is what vindate. Amrutam vindate labate aupacharika labaha. Jnanadeva bhavati gurupadishta jnanat brahma jnanat ajnana nivritti dvara labate. By the antakarnam, which is endowed with the capacity to assimilate the teaching. The mantrasya arthaha. Already we have seen for the last 2 or 3 classes. By repeated reading, the Vakya of the Bhashyam becomes more and more clear. It is just like reading in our own native language, Tamil or English. Repeated reading, it helps us to understand it so easily. First time may be difficult. First time we don't know. Repeated reading, so Arthaspuranam becomes so easy. It's just like reading any other book. Just read, you understand the meaning. So that's why we keep reading from the very beginning, every class. But we cannot do for every class because this is a long bhashyam. Up to some point we can do. After that, we have to start from that place from where we are not much familiar with the text, familiar with the bhashyam. Now the commentary. Pratibodha viditam.
प्रतिबोधविदितम्
Bodham pratividitam.
बोधं बोधं प्रतिविदितम्
Bodha shabdena buddhaha pratyaha uchyante.
बोधशब्देन
शब्देन
बुद्धाः
बौद्धाः
प्रत्ययाः
प्रत्ययाः
उच्यन्ते
उच्यन्ते
सर्वे प्रत्ययाः विषयी भवन्ति यस्य सः आत्मा.
सर्वे
सर्वे
प्रत्ययाः
प्रत्ययाः
विषयी
विषयी
भवन्ति
भवन्ति यस्य
यस्य
सः
सः
आत्मा
आत्मा
सर्वबोधान् प्रति बुध्यते.
सर्वबोधान्
सर्वबोधान्
प्रतिबुध्यते
प्रतिबुध्यते.
We understand these lines clearly. Bodham pratividitam vipsa abhibhavaha. Where vipsa is there. Vipsayam abhibhavaha. Bodham prati. In every bodha, every cognition. Viditam bhavati, jnatam bhavati, matam bhavati brahma. Brahma avagatam bhavati. Bodha shabdena, bodha pratyaha uchyante, referring to bodha pratyas, thoughts, pratyaya. Sarve pratyaha, all the pratyas, they become the object for whom? With regard to that, sarva bodhan, prati, atma buddhyate. Atma is buddhyate. With reference to all cognition, atma is understood, atma is recognized. All pratyas are objectified for atma. So with regard to all cognitions, all thoughts, atma is recognized. Prati, sarva bodhan prati, buddhyate atma. Sarve pratyaha vishay bhavanti, for whom? For atma. Therefore, with regard to all thoughts, all cognitions, atma is buddhyate, recognized, known. Sarva pratyadarshi.
सर्वप्रत्ययदर्शी
चिच्छक्ति स्वरूपमात्रः.
चिच्छक्तिस्वरूपमात्रः
प्रत्ययैः एव प्रत्ययेषु अविशिष्टतया लक्ष्यते.
प्रत्ययैः एव
एव
प्रत्ययेषु
प्रत्ययेषु
अवशिष्टतया
अविशिष्टतया
लक्ष्यते
Not अवशिष्टतया, अविशिष्टतया.
अविशिष्टतया.
या लक्ष्यते
Avashishta is different. Avishishta. Vishishtataya, na vishishtataya, avishishtaya. Na anyat dvaram atmanah vijnanaya.
न
न अन्यत् द्वारमात्मनः विज्ञानाय
अतः प्रत्यय प्रत्यगात्मतया विदितं ब्रह्म यदा
अतः
अतः
प्रत्यगात्मतया
प्रत्यगात्मतया
विदितं
विदितं
ब्रह्म यदा
ब्रह्म
तदा तन्मतं तत् सम्यक् दर्शनम् इत्यर्थः
तदा
तदा
तन्मतं तत्
तन्मतं
सम्यक्
तत् सम्यक्
दर्शनमित्यर्थः
दर्शनमित्यार्थः
सर्वप्रत्ययदर्शित्वे दर्शित्वे
सर्वप्रत्ययदर्शित्वे
च
च
उप उपजनन उपजननापाय वर्जितदृक्स्वरूपथा
उपजननापाय
उपजननापायवर्जितदृक्स्वरूपता
वर्जितदृक्स्वरूपता
नित्यत्वं विशुद्धस्वरूपत्वम् आत्मत्वम्
नित्यत्वं
विशुद्धस्वरूपत्वम्
विशुद्धस्वरूपत्वम्
आत्मत्वम्
आत्मत्वम्
निर्विशेषता एकत्वं च सर्वभूतेषु
निर्विशेषता
निर्विशेषता
एकत्वं च
एकत्वं च
सर्वभूतेषु
सर्वभूतेषु
सिद्धं भवेत्
सिद्धं
सिद्धं
भवेत्
भवेत्
लक्षणभेदाभावात् व्योम्नः इव
लक्षणभेदाभावान्
लक्षणभेदाभावान्
इव
इव
घटगिरिगुहादिषु
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 विदिताभ्याम् अन्यत् ब्रह्म इति
विदिता
विदिताभ्यामन्यम्
विदिताभ्याम् अन्यत्
अन्यदिति
ब्रह्म इति
आगमवाक्यार्थः एवं परिशुद्धः एव
आगमवाक्यर्थः
आगमवाक्यार्थः
एवं
एवं
परिशुद्धः
परिशुद्धः एव
एव
उपसंहृतः भवति
उपसंहृतः
उपसंहृतः
भवति
भवति
दृष्टेः द्रष्टा
दृष्टेः
दृष्टेः
द्रष्टा
द्रष्टा
श्रुतेः श्रोता मतेः मन्ता विज्ञातेः विज्ञाता इति
श्रुतेः
श्रुतेः
श्रोता
श्रोता
मतेः
मतेः
मन्ता
मन्ता
विज्ञातेः
विज्ञातेः
विज्ञाता
विज्ञाता
इति
इति
श्रुत्यन्तरम्
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 सर्वप्रत्ययदर्शी लक्ष्यते कथं लक्ष्यते प्रत्ययैः एव बौद्धप्रत्ययैः सर्वप्रत्ययदर्शी लक्ष्यते कीदृशः सः सर्वप्रत्ययदर्शी चिच्चक्तिस्वरूपमात्रः simple we can understand this we know the meanings already we have seen चिच्चक्तिस्वरूपमात्रः चिदेव शक्तिः चिच्चक्तिः स्वरूपं यस्य आत्मनः सः चिच्चक्तिस्वरूपमात्रः एव finally it is मयूरविंशकारि समासः चिच्चक्तिस्वरूपमात्रः Atma Sarva Pratyayadarishi, it is the drashta of all the pratyaya. Sarvan Pratyayan Drashtam Sheelam. Yasya. Sa Atmanaha Sarva Pratyayadarishi. Saha Atma Pratyayehi through the cognitions. Pratyayehi Pratyayeshu Avisishtataya. Avisishtataya. What is the meaning of Avisishtataya? Avasishta is Vishishta na Avasishta. Not particularized. Vishishta, particularized, Vishishta, Visheshanam, special, not particular, Avasishta. Or Avasishta could be that Avasishta is Shishta, Avashishta, that meaning Shesha, that mean here Avishishtata, Vishishta. Vishishta is Avishishtataya, that which doesn't vary. Thoughts vary. Pratyaha, Agama, Painaha. They come and go. All many pratyas. All the pratyas of the nature of coming and going. That is the pratyaya. No pratyaya stays there forever. Pratyaya, the thoughts, the cognitions. Cognitions change. Because the Vishaya changes, cognition changes. So therefore pratyas come and go. Same pratyas may come or the new pratyas may come. But no pratyas will stay forever. Therefore, they are variable. That which doesn't vary, that is sarva pratyaya darshi. Among the changing, that which is not changing, that is avisishtataya, the invariable. So pratyayehi pratyayeshu. By pratyayeshu, in the pratyas, that which is invariable is lakshyate, is referred to, is indicated, is pointed to. Lakshyate is indicated. So therefore, Atma is indicated. Atma is indicated by the pratyas. Atma is recognized by the pratyas. In the absence of Atma, in the absence of pratyaya, that Atma is not, Atma doesn't exist. Atma cannot be indicated. But the pratyaya upadhi, the pratyaya is upadhi, Atma is lakshate, recognized. That is the meaning. And pratyaya, the upadhi, changes. It changes. Therefore, the consciousness, Chaitanyam, is recognized in the changing thoughts. So that is avisishtataya, invariable. Na anyata dwaram. Is there any other means of recognizing, knowing this Atma? Dwaram anya sadhanam nasti. Na anyata dwaram asti, nasti. Thoughts are nothing but they are the appearance of Chaitanyam only. Chaitanyam alone appears, manifests in the form of thoughts. Thoughts settle upadhi. So through the pratyaya upadhi, pratyayas keep changing. The non-changing Chaitanyam is lakshyate. There is no other way of knowing Atma other than this. So therefore, pratyayeshu visishtataya sarva pratyadarshi Atma lakshyate. अतः प्रत्ययात्मतया विदितं यदा ब्रह्म विदितं भवति प्रत्ययस्य प्रत्ययात्मा. What is that Brahma? Brahma, which has the status of being the pratyatma of the pratyaya, the content of the pratyaya. Yada Brahma viditam bhavati, tada matam bhavati. Matam is samyak darshanam. Then Brahma is samyak darshanam bhavati. It is well known. Otherwise, it is not. When mixed up with upadhi, recognizing that Brahma, one who could recognize that Brahma, that person knows Brahma very well. He could distinguish Chaitanyam from the upadhi, though mixed up, not really, though seemingly mixed up. Yes, seemingly the jada and pratyaya is jada. Atma Chaitanyam is chitta. It is chitta. Therefore, the chitta jada granthi, that granthi is not really that. It is seemingly there. One who is able to appreciate the chitta, appreciate the chit, Chaitanyam as the content of the every pratyaya, that person knows, understands it very well, Brahma. We can objectify the pratyaya, but not the Atma. In the objectification of the pratyaya, the Atma is recognized. That is why Sarva Bodhan Prati Atma Buddhyate. Sarva Pratyaya Darshi Lakshyate Avisishtataya Pratyayeshu. Pratyayehi eva, upadina eva, upadibhihi eva. Pratyaya upadibhihi pratyayeshu avisishtataya sarva pratyadarshi atma lakshyate. Yada brahma etavad viditam bhavati, tada eva samyak bhavat. Brahma avagatam bhavati, viditam bhavati, iti vaktam shakyate. Sarva pratyadarshitve sati, sati saptami. When sati is the sense of here, not happening in the sense of knowing. Sarva pratyadarshitve sati brahmanaha उपजनन अपाय वर्जित दृक् स्वरूपता. Swarupam, the status of being the Swarupa. What Swarupa? Drik Swarupa. It is Drik, always a seer. Kadapi Drishyam Nabhavati. It is not subject to coming and going, therefore, na janana, na apaya. Upajanana apaya varjitam. Divide off, free from birth and death, free from rising and departure. Arising and departure is not there for the Drik, for the Brahma, which is of the nature of Drik, the seer. Nityatvam, the status of being there always, not subject to time. Vishuddha Swarupatvam, always pure, uncontaminated by the Upadhi. Atmatvam, status of being oneself. Nirvisheshata, there is no Visheshata, no attributes. Nirvisheshata, Nirvisheshata, and Ekatvam cha Sarvabhuteshu, Sarvabhuteshu Ekaha. It is not different in beings. It is same in all the beings. So therefore, it is Nirvisheshata, the invariable, and it is same in all the beings. That is Siddham Bhavet, that Brahma Siddham Bhavet, Sarva Pratyadashitve Sati Siddham Bhavet, Lakshana Veda Abhavat Vyomnaha Iva Gatagiri Guhadishu. This line also can be read along with the previous line. Siddham Bhavet, Atmana Siddham Bhavet, Atmattam Siddham Bhavet. Oh, by Lakshana Veda Abhavat. Lakshana Veda Abhavat Vyomnaha Iva Giri Gatagiri Guhadishu. Atma Lakshanam do not change. Sarva Bhuteshu, it is the same Atma, same Chaitanya, because it is of the nature of Nityaha, Nirvisheshaha, Vishuddha Swarupaha, Atma. It is free from coming and going. It is the very nature of the Drik Swarupata. It is Drik Swarupata. It is the witness of all the thoughts. It is the nature of the very seer, Drik Swarupata. And it is pure, it is free from all attributes, Nirvisheshata. And that is same in all the beings because of the absence, Lakshana Veda Abhava, because of the absence in its Lakshana, in its Swarupa. Therefore, it is same, Sarvabhuteshu, Ekatvam, Siddham Bhavati, Siddham Bhavet. Lakshana Veda Abhava, its Swarupa is same with regard to Upadhis. Upadhis may differ. Because of the difference in the Upadhi, Chaitanyam, Atma do not change. The Swarupa of Atma doesn't change. Like what? Like Yomnaha, like the space, which is same in the Gata, in the Giri, in the Guha. The space do not change with regard to the Upadhi, different Upadhi, Gata, the Upadhi. So too, Atmanaha Swarupa, Veda Abhava. There will not be difference, there will not be division, there will not be condition. Atma is never conditioned by the Upadhi. The unconditioned Brahma is never conditioned, seemingly conditioned, like the Gata, Giri, Guha, seemingly conditioning space. Similarly, therefore, Lakshana Veda Abhava, that is the Hetu. Lakshana Veda Abhavat Ekattam Sarvabhuteshu. It is same in all the beings. It is a Swarupa of the very seer. Vishuddha Swarupattam, always pure, never contaminated, free from Nirvisheshata, free from all attributes. If it is attribute, then it would not be same. If it is with attributes, then it cannot be same in all the beings. Nirvisheshata. Therefore, these Siddham Bhavet, therefore it is Siddham Bhavati, Siddhaha Bhavati, Lakshana Veda Abhavat, like the Vyomna, like the space which is obtained in the pot, etc. Similarly, being free from the differences in its Swarupa, Swarupa do not change. Therefore, Siddham Bhavati, Siddham Bhavati is this. It is concluded, it is understood that Brahma is same in all beings. Vidita Avitabhyam Anyat Brahma iti Agama Vakyartaha evam Parishuddhaha eva Upasamhritaha bhavati. Vidita Avitabhyam. Shruti said, that is the Agama Vakya, Shruti Vakya. Agamyate Guroho Shishyan Prati Sampradaya. That is Agama Vakya. Therefore, Brahma is different from the known and the unknown. That is the Agama Vakya given in the traditional teaching Sampradaya. In this manner, Evam, the understanding of Brahma was Parishuddham clarified, and that is concluded. Upasamhritaha, Parishuddhaha, Upasamhritaha cha. It is Parishuddhaha. That is why Parishuddhaha? Because of the seemingly contradictory statements. One may take that contradictions to be real. That contradictions is resolved. That's why Parishuddhaha, clarified. Avijñātam vijānatam, vijñātam avijānatam iti paraspara viruddha vakyasya parishuddhaha and upasamhritaha, and it is concluded also. Drishtehe drashta, the seer of the seer, the hearer of the hearer, shrutehe shrota, matehe, thinker of the thinker, manta, vijñātehe vijñāta iti anya shrutihi. Iti brihadaranyaka shrutihi, iti brihadaranyaka shruti vakyam, shrutihi vadati. Shrutyantaram anya shrutihi. Bhashakaras supports that other Shruti also talks in the same line. The commentary to this mantra is over. Then we take up the different mata and do the khandanam of the mata, which we saw. First is the Ekadeshi. Here the Purva Pakshi is Ekadeshi. Ekadeshi, why is called Ekadeshi? Because he agrees with us, that is Siddhanti, partially. That's what Ekadeshi. Ekadeshi was there before. Was there before. So it is not one of the darshana. Ekadeshi is one Siddhanti who concurs with our Siddhanta partially. But he is a Jnana Karma Samuchayavadi. Therefore, even though he concurs with our Siddhanta, with what we say partially, we cannot accept him because he is Jnana Karma Samuchayavadi. We never accept that. Therefore, we take his mata, his view, and dismiss it. Some say this is Bhartru Prapancha. Bhartru Prapancha was a commentator before Bhashyakara. His view is also is the same. Therefore, either we can take it as Ekadeshi Mata or Bhartru Prapanchasya Mata. Whatever it is, we don't accept, we dismiss. What does he say? That is just summarized in this paragraph. His view as well as the dismissal of his Mata, both are covered in this paragraph. Let us read. Yada punaha bodhakriya karta yati.
Yada
Yada
bodhakriya karta iti
Bodhakriya lakshanena tatkartaram vijanati yati.
Bodhakriya
bodhakriya
lakshanena
lakshanena
tatkartaram
tatkartaram
vijanati
vijanati
iti.
Bodhalakshanena viditam pratibodha viditam iti vyakyayate.
bodhalakshanena
Bodhalakshanena
viditam
viditam
viditamiti
pratibodha viditam
vyakhayate.
vyakyayate.
यथा यः वृक्षशाखाश्चालयति सः वायुः इति तद्वत्
यः
यथा
यः
वृक्षशाखाश्चालयति
वृक्षशाखाश्चालयति
सः
सः
वायुरिति
वायुरिति तद्वत्
तद्वत्
तदा बोधक्रिया शक्तिमान् आत्मा द्रव्यम्
तदा
तदा
बोधक्रिया
बोधक्रिया
शक्तिमान्
शक्तिमान्
आत्मा
आत्मा
द्रव्यम्
द्रव्यम्
न बोधस्वरूपः एव
न
न बोधस्वरूपः
बोधस्वरूपः
एव
एव
बोधस्तु जायते विनश्यति च
बोधस्तु
बोधस्तु
जायते
जायते
विनश्यति
विनश्यति
च
विनश्यति च
यदा बोधः जायते तदा बोधक्रियया सविशेषः
यदा बोधः जायते तदा बोधक्रियया सविशेषः
यदा बोधः नश्यति तदा नष्टबोधः द्रव्यमात्रं निर्विशेषः
यदा बोधः नश्यति तदा
नष्टो
नष्टबोधः
द्रव्यमात्रं
द्रव्यमात्रं
निर्विशेषः
निर्विशेषः
तत्रैवं सति
तत्रैवं सति
विक्रियात्मकः
विक्रियात्मकः
सावयवः अनित्यः अशुद्धः इत्यादयः
सावयवः नित्यः अशुद्धः इत्यादयः
दोषाः न परिहर्तुं शक्यन्ते
दोषाः न परिहर्तुं शक्यन्ते
This mata as a dosha. The dosha is pointed out by the Bhashyakara. Atma is vikriyatmakaha. Atma is of the nature of changing. What will change? That which has avayava alone will subject to change, subject to disintegration. Which has avayava is subject to time because it disintegrates. Therefore, it must be subject to time. Therefore, it must be subject to death, coming and going. Therefore, it cannot be Shuddha also. Akasha doesn't have parts. Niravaiva Akasha. That is the closest example we give for Brahma. Akasha is, therefore, Niravaiva Akasha, therefore, it is always Shuddha. Akasha can never be contaminated. Only the Vayu, air alone can be contaminated. Akasha is our Shuddha. Akasha doesn't have Kriya also. What Kriya? Vikriyatmakaha. It's closest example. So, therefore, similar to Akasha, Atma also. But according to Ekadeshi, Atma is Vikriyatmaka, that dosha is there. How it is there? When you make the Atma also as a karta, then the dosha will be there. Bodhakriya karta. Yada Bodhakriya karta iti. Bodhakriya lakshanena. Bodha iti kriya Bodhakriya. Kriya, the action, the activity of knowing. By the activity of knowing, that the knower is indicated because the action of knowledge is there. By that becomes the indicator of the one who knows, that is knower. So knower is indicated through the act of knowing. That is what is it, Bodhakriya Laksharena Tat Kartaram Vijanati iti. Tat Kartaram, that is Bodhakriya Karta. Like what? Vriksha Shaka Chalayati. Vriksha Shakaha, that is 2-3, Chalayati. Vriksha Shakaha Chalayati. Yaha Chalayati, the one who makes the branches of the tree move. Branches of the tree move. From that we infer Vayuhu. That Chalana Karta is Vayuhu. The Chalanam is the indicator for inferring the Chalana Karta Vayu. Similarly, Bodhakriya becomes the indicator. Bodhakriya Lakshanena. Bodhakriya Karta Lakshyate. Bodha Lakshanena Viditam Bhavati. Pratibodha Viditam iti Vyakyayate. Bodham Bodham Pratibodha Viditam. The Pratibodha Viditam is interpreted by this Ekadeshi as that by the indication of knowing, the action of knowing, the indicator, by that indication, what is referred to, what can be inferred is the agent. Bodha Kriya Karta is understood, Vijanati. Like the Vriksha Shaka Chalayati, from that we infer. From the movement of the branches of the tree, we infer the Chalana Karta Vayu. So too we infer from Bodha Kriya Lakshanena, Bodha Karta is inferred. That is how Pratibodha Viditam Matam iti, that statement is Vyakyayate, is explained by this Ekadeshi. Therefore, Bodhakriya Karta must be endowed with the Shakti, the power of knowing. Bodha Shaktiman, Bodhakriya Shaktiman. That is Atma is Dravyam, it is substance, like Vayuvat. Therefore, it is not nature of the knowledge. It is Dravya. It is a substance. Because it is Dravya, therefore it must be subject to change. Dravyatvat, that becomes a Hetu. It's Dravyatvat. Dravyam is Dravyam, Jada, subject to change. No Jada is infinite. Purna Jadaha, Nasti. Niravaya Jada is not there. When you say Jada, it is limited. It is Apurna. It is endowed with Avayava. It has to be Ashuddha. So all those things doesn't matter. But it is Dravyam. It is endowed with the Shakti of the Shakti of the power of knowledge, the power to know, both the Kriya Shakti. Both the Kriya Shakti, the Shakti is there, the power of knowing is there for Atma, and Atma is Dravyam, it is a substance. Therefore, it is not nature of Chit, Natu Bodha Swarupaha. Because, and also he says, Bodhaha Jayate Nashyati. Bodhaha, knowledge is born, knowledge goes. So when knowledge is born, Sida Bodhaha Jayate. Now, because of the knowledge is born, which is born, then the Atma, the Dravya, is endowed with Savisheshaha, the quality of knowing. Bodha Kriyaya Savisheshaha Bhavati Atma. Atma is endowed with the Vishesha attribute, the quality, Bodha Kriyaya, by the action of knowing. Atma is endowed with the quality of knowing. It becomes the knower. It knows Dravya. Atma, the Dravya, enjoys the status, the quality of knowing. Yada bodha nashyati. The nashtabodha bhavati. When knowledge is destroyed, bodha nashyati means the bodha comes, bodha goes. So when bodha is not there, when bodha is destroyed, then it is just a dravya matram, nirvishesha dravyaha. It is only a substance and free from the bodha kriya vishesha. It is nirvishesha. It doesn't have the quality of knowing. It is free from the attributes. If that is so, if this is what the Ekadeshi says, Tatraivam Sati, then that Atma, the Dravya, it becomes Vikriyatmakaha. It is subject to change. That is a dosha. And it is Savayavaha, Avayavena Sakavartate. It must be endowed with parts. Because it is endowed with parts, therefore it is Anityaha, Anityatvat, Ashuddhaha. All these doshas, you cannot remove it. All these doshas, Paridartum na shakyate. These doshas, removal of these doshas is not possible. These doshas are not possible to avoid. So therefore, your mata is not acceptable. And one more, here it is not said. Bhashyakara didn't say. So the Atma, which assumes the status of Bodhakarta, subject to change. So that subject to change, it becomes Savishesha, Yada Bodhaka Jayate, Atma is Savishesha. Yada Bodhaka Nashyati, it becomes Nirvishesha, free from attributes. It is endowed with attributes when Atma enjoys the status of Bodhakarta. It is not endowed with the attribute of knowing when Bodhaka Nashyati. Now, when Bodhaka Nashyati, it is Nirvishesha. If either Atma has to be Nirvishesha or Savishesha. If it is Nirvishesha, it cannot become Savishesha. If it is Nirvishesha, how Nirvishesha becomes Savishesha? That itself is contradictory. Nirvishesha is free from attributes, no Vishesha. That which is free from attribute, having attribute is contradictory. If it has attribute, if it gains attribute, then it is not nirvishesha. That which has vishesha alone can have vishesha. An attribute can be added to that which has already attributes. A car is it's an assemblage put together. It has many avayava, many parts. You can add one more gadget, one more thing, one more tire to the car. Possible. There we have avayava avevi sambandha. So avayava is that. What is avayavi? Avayavi is it is savayavayam. It is endowed with avayava. If it is niravayava, it has no parts. So to the one which has already parts, attributes, that alone can take attributes. Nirvisheshasya savisheshatvam is not possible. If it is so, then it is mithya bhutam. That is what we say. Nirvisheshasya savisheshatvam. Atma is nirvishesha. If it is savishesha, then we say it is mithya. It is mithya. If it is real, then Atma is subject to disintegration because it has parts. So all these problems will arise. So if it is savayava, if it is savishesha, then if savishesha, if it is real, then it cannot be nirvishesha Atma. If it is nirvishesha, if Atma is nirvishesha, it cannot be savishesha, it cannot take attribute because Atma is nirvishesha. If Atma is nirvishesha and it can be savishesha, that is what we say, that savishesha is mithya savishesha. Any amount of mithya attributes we can add to Atma. Atma is never touched by that. Because it is free from all. It is always nirvishesha. Then savishesha, when we say it is mithya savishesha, it is mithya. But for them it is real, it is not mithya. So therefore, if it is real, then you cannot avoid the Atma being subject to change, disintegration. You cannot avoid Atma being endowed with avayava because that which has parts will fall apart. So all these doshas will arise. Atma becomes anityaha, shuddhaha. It is contradictory to what Shruti says against Shastram. Atma is ashuddhaha, Atma is anityaha. That is against Shastram. So this argument, Savishesha Nirvishesha argument, will not work here. We say Atma is Nirvishesha Nirguna. It becomes Saguna. It doesn't really become Saguna. That Sagunatvam is attribute. Sagunatvam is superimposed on the Nirgunam. The Nirgunam continue to be Nirgunam. The Sagunam is Mithya. Then it is no problem because they belong to different order of reality. Therefore, we can have any number of attributes, any number of guna and atma. Atma will not be touched by it. But that is not the case with this Purva Pakshi. For them, that atma, which is dravya, which is real, it is dravyam, and the attributes are real. Atma is dravyam and attributes are real. The real attributes are superimposed or the real attributes are added to the nirvishesha dravya atma. That is not possible. If it is so, then these defects cannot be avoided. All these defects will arise. That is against the Shastra. Therefore, dismissed. Simple. This is nirvishesha argument. That which is nirvishesha has to be nirvishesha. It cannot become savishesha. If you say savishesha, then it is not nirvishesha because once it is endowed with attributes, then it is no more nirvishesha. You cannot call it nirvishesha. What can take vishesha? That which is vishesha alone can take vishesha. Nirvishesha cannot take vishesha. If Atma is nirvishesha, it is always nirvishesha. That savishesha, what we add, that is mithya savishesha. Then it is find no problem in that argument. But that is not the case of this Purvapakshi. So that is not said here, but we can understand that argument also. But here Bhashyakara just says, if you say so, your argument, Savisheshaha, Nirvisheshaha, then Atma becomes Vikriyatmakaha, subject to change. Then if it is subject to change, all these doshas will arise. Therefore, your argument is not correct because it is contradictory to Shastram. Simple way of dismissing the Purvapakshi. Then comes the next Purvapakshi. Next Mata. Kanada Mata. Kandanam. Ekadeshi Dushanam done. Then Kanada Mata Kandanam. This we have to read, we'll read. Yadapi Kanadanam.
यद्यपि काणानाम्
Atma Manasanyogajah Bodha.
आत्ममनस्संयोगजः बोधः
Atmani Samavaiti.
आत्मनि
समवैति
Ataha Atmani Bodhrutvam.
अतः आत्मनि बोधत्वम्
Nato Vikriyatmakaha Atma.
न तु
न तु
विक्रियात्मकः
विक्रियात्मकः आत्मा
Dravyamatrastu Bhavati.
द्रव्यमात्रस्तु भवति
Gataha iva Raga Samavayi.
तथैव रागसमवायी
The previous Purvapakshi, the Ekadeshi, they say Atma is Dravya, Atma is Vikriyatmaka. But this is an improvement of that Purvapakshi. Kanadamata, for them, Atma is Dravya, Atma is a substance, but na Vikriyatmaka. In that sense, he says, I am better than the Purvapakshi. I have this argument. Atma is Vikriyatmaka, the Ekadeshi says. But we don't say like that. What we say? We say Atma is Dravya, but it is not Vikriyatmaka. Iti Kanada Mata Anuyayis, they say. Now, what is Kanada? Kanada is Vaisheshika Darshana. Kanada Mata is Vaisheshika Darshanam. Darshanam, the philosophy. Darshanam, seeing. Darshanam is vision. They have the vision, they have the vision, the darshana, the seeing. Darshana means seeing, abstract noun. Seeing means knowledge. It's not literally physically seeing. This is how they look at the reality. So darshanam. And those who propound this philosophy, this knowledge, they are called darshanika. So Kana the Matam is called Vaisheshika Darshana. We know, we have seen somewhere that there are 12 Darshana. Among the 12, the 6 are Nastika Darshana, 6 are Astika Darshana. Among these, see, the Astika Nastika is not with regard to the acceptance of Ishvara, with regard to acceptance of the authority of the Veda. Those who accept Veda, they are Astika. Those who do not, they are Nastika. That is Astika Nastika. So among the Astika Darshana, we have these 6 Darshana, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Yoga, Sankhya, and Uttara Mimamsa, Purva Mimamsa and Uttara Mimamsa. Yes. So Nyaya and Vaisheshika, they go together because most of the views, most of their points, their views, they concur. They concur in many aspects. Therefore, Nyaya and Vaisheshika. Vaisheshika, improvement of Nyaya, you can say. Nyaya and Vaisheshika. And similarly, Yoga and Sankhya, and Uttara Mimamsa and Purva Mimamsa. Even though they are Astika Darshana, but they accept the authority of the Veda, but they emphasize more on Tarka, logic. This Vaisheshika Darshana, otherwise called Kanada Darshana, as the name suggests, was propounded by Kanada. Kanada Rishi. Actually, his name was Uluka. Uluka is a name. Therefore, Aulukya Darshanam. The Darshanam, the philosophy is called Aulukya Darshanam or Kanada Darshanam, otherwise called Vaisheshika Darshanam. All mean the same thing. Why is called Kanada? It's an interesting name, nickname for Uluka. He was an ascetic. He led the life of austerity. So he is sustained on the Kana. Kana is grain. Kana is grain that he collected from the agricultural fields and sustained on that. Kana plus Ad. So Kanam Ati. He sustains. He eats only grain. Therefore, Kanada. Kanada. It becomes Kanada. Kanada Darshanam. They also have the text, the Sutra text, Vaisheshika Sutra. Vaisheshika Sutrani. It is divided into 10 chapters, 10 adhyaya. Each adhyaya has got 2 sections. There are about 374 sutras in that. The Vaisheshikas, Darshana, they accept 7 padartha, sapta padartha. Padartha meaning padasya arthaha padarthaha. What is denoted by a padam, by a word, that is called padartha. Padartha meaning the object of knowledge. And they divide the object of knowledge into 2 things, bhava and abhava. We will not get into that abhava and all. It is out of this. You can know the sapta padartha, the 7 categories: dravya, guna, karma, samanya, vishesha, samavaya, and abhava. These are the sapta padarthas. They accept sapta padartha and 9 dravyas. Sapta padartha, the object of knowledge, and 9 dravya. 9 dravya is a substance. The substance in which guna and the action exist. So the adhara for guna and adhara for karma is the dravya. 9 dravyas they accept. The 4 the elements, Prithivi, Apaha, then Akasha, and the Vayu, Tejas and Vayu, Agni and Vayu, right? So Prithivi, Jala, Tejas, Vayu, 4. Then Akasha, number 5. Kala is there. Then Drik, space, that is different. Drik, direction. In fact, Drik. Then Atma and Manas. Atma and Manas, mind as well as Atma. That is what is important for us. So all these are dravya. Atma and Manas are also dravya. And these are eternal also. Atma is a dravya and Manas, Antakaranam, that is also dravya. So among the 9 dravyas, these Atma and Manas, that is what is important for us. These are dravya. And this, they also talk about the samavaya. Samavaya, that is Samavaya Sambandha. Samavaya is the relationship. It's a concept. It's a concept by this special concept by this darshana. We have different types of sambandha, the relations. Sanyoga sambandha, Samavaya sambandha, so like that. So Samavaya is one of the Sapta Padartha, the relation of inherence. So this Samavaya means inherence. Like we have Sanyoga Sambandha, Samsarga Sambandha, Samavaya Sambandha. Samsarga Sambandha, I give an example. Samsarga, a pot is placed on the table. The table and the pot, there is samsarga, there is contact of the pot with the table. So surface contact. That is the sambandha between 2 different things, 2 objects by a contact. That is samsarga sambandha. This is one type of contact, samsarga sambandha. There is another sambandha called samavaya sambandha. Samavaya sambandha, see, if it is samsarga sambandha, the samsarga sambandha can be brought about at will. So it can be, there can be some yoga or there can be viyoga. There can be conjunction or there can be disjunction. You can join. Two objects can be brought at will or can be separated. Therefore, the relationship between two objects is temporary. That is samsarga sambandha. But there is another sambandha, samavaya sambandha, there the sambandha is inherent. It is related, two objects are related without conjunction. Therefore, that it is always permanent, like the example of Nilotpalam, Nila Utpalam, blue lily, lily the flower, and it has the color blue. Is the blue color sitting on the flower? If it really sits on that flower, blue color, like the pot sits, it's kept on the floor, then it is subject to viyoga, but it is not. Blue color, you cannot remove it. It is, blue is a different thing and the flower is another thing, but there is sambandha between the two objects which is inherent. They are related, the two objects are related without any conjunction. It is that relation is nitya, it is permanent. So that is samavaya sambandha. So blue lily, red rose. Similarly, a iron ball which is heated. Now there is a sambandha between the heat and the iron ball. What sambandha? It is samsarga sambandha. Is it a surface contact? Is sambandha due to joining? Some conjunction is there which can be separated? No, it is samavaya sambandha. It is inherence. So that which are connected by samavaya, they are not reversible. They are not subject to viyoga. Whereas samsarga sambandha, where the two objects are brought together by samsarga sambandha, they are subject to viyoga. They are subject to change. They are subject to reverse. They are reversible. Whereas where the objects are connected by samavaya, they are not reversible. So these two sambandhas, there are many sambandhas, these two are enough. Samsarga sambandha, in fact, that is not, we are interested now. We are talking about samavaya sambandha. That is Atma, which is Dravya, and Manaha, which is another Dravya. Both the Dravyas, now they have the Sambandha, Samavaya Sambandha. They have Samavaya Sambandha. So, now here, Yadapi Kana Danam Vasheshika Atmanaha Manaha Sanyogajaha Bodhaha Atma and the mind, they join the two things, two objects, Atma and mind, both are Dravya, substance, they are joined. How? Not by Samsarga Sambandha, by Samavaya. Sanyogajaha, they join to produce what? Bodhaha. And by that, Atmani Bodhrutvam Samaveti, because of which there is Bodhrutvam for Atma. Ataha Atmani Bodhrutvam. Therefore, Bodhrutvam is there for Atma. The status of being the knower is there for Atma. Therefore, that Natu Vikriyatmakaha. Therefore, Atma is not Vikriyatmakaha. The knowledge is born, the Bodha is born of the contact of the Atma and the mind. And this Bodha, Atmani Samaveti. The knowledge remains connected to Atma. Therefore, Atmani Bodhrutvam, the status of being the knower is there for the Atma. Therefore, Atma is not of the nature of Vikriya, not subject to change. And it is a substance. Dravyamatraha tu bhavati, but it is just a substance like a gata, which has got gata iva raga samavahi, like the pot. The pot exists along with its color. A pot is there, a pot is painted red. Now, what is the sambandha? The sambandha is here the Bhashakara gives gataha iva raga samavahi. We can take red rose, blue lily, etc. So, like the pot has got its colored, like the colored pot. There is a sambandha, there is a contact, the sambandha, connection is there. The connection is not sanyoga sambandha, but it is samavaya sambandha, by intimate relationship. So, therefore, like the gata iva raga samavahi, just as a pot is having connection with the color. Similarly, this knowledge is there for Atma. Like the pot having color, similarly, knowledge is there for Atma, and the sambandha is samavaya sambandha. Therefore, Atma is not subject to change. It is avikriyaha eva, but it is dravya matram. By saying this, the Kanada Mata says, we are better than the Purva Pakshi. Our Mata, we cannot dismiss, he says. In Ekadeshi Mata, you dismiss because Atma is Vikriyatmaka. But we say Atma is not Vikriyatmaka Atma. Atma is not Vikriyatmaka, but it is Dravyam. When the mind and the Atma, they come together, when there is Samavaya Sambandha, then there arises Bodha for the Atma. Yada Atma Mana Sanyogajaha Sanyoga Bhavati, Tada Bodhaha Bhavati Atmani. Therefore, Atmani Bodhrutvam Bhavati. Atma is not subject to change. In Atma, the Dravya, there arises the knowledge. Therefore, the knowership in the Atma because of the Sanyoga between the Atma and the Antakaranam. If that is so, Atma is Achetanam, it is Dravya Matram. Is it not contradictory to the Shruti Vakya, Vijnanam, Anandam Brahma, Vijnanam Brahma? That is what Bhashikara says, the next line. We will read that in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidham Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Dhanyavadaha.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
Dhanyavadaha.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.